All right, back for the second half. St. Augustine going head-to-head with Clay County here in Green Cove Springs. 28-9 is the score. St. Augustine leads. St. Augustine again is considered the best team in the Jacksonville area. They are undefeated, fresh off the demolition last week of district rival Gainesville High School. Gainesville has been known to have some good teams throughout the years, but evidently this is not one of them. And St. Augustine made them pay. Clay County, about 30 miles from St. Augustine, the high school at least, they're old rivals, long history together. And they usually play St. Augustine tough the few times that they do play. So St. Augustine offense is very potent. They got a quarterback that can make the right reads and get the ball out there. They've dropped several passes, yet they still lead 28-9. Clay blocked the punt, fell on in the end zone for a touchdown. Got to stop, kick the field goal, and now they have a chance. So now they're going to come out and flash that they're going to kick an onside kick, and they're going to kick it deep. And this is the drive that determines how long this game is going to last. If St. Augustine punch one in, expect the running clock early in the fourth quarter. That's about just a little bit past my onside kick. Oh, they almost had it. They did come out with an onside kick. That's going to be for the kick going out of bounds, meaning that St. Augustine is going to decline, and it's going to be first and 10 Yellow Jackets. That noise you hear in the background, kids are throwing shirts, cheerleaders.
The kicking team, ball is placed 5 yards in advance of the out-of-bounds clock. First down.
All right, here we go. St. Augustine has at least 200 yards offense. At least. They're coming out. A little bunch set. They'll run the football a little bit. Missed it up that time.
Loud on the stop. No gain on the play.
No matter, they just want the clock to run. We can get on out of here. Whole and healthy for their rivalry game next week with a long-time nemesis, Palaka.
Second.
7-1 this year so far. We got Bradford County tonight. That's a tall order for them. Going deep. Got him. Been a little bit off on the deep ball tonight. When he's put it there, they've dropped it. I expect him to connect with at least one tonight. As I say, Palaka, St. Augustine's longtime rival, is in Bradford County tonight. Bradford's a pretty good football team. They've done well with getting players to come to their program. And they're considered a front runner to win their class in the state. Then Palaka's going to go to St. Augustine next week. The second longest continuous rivalry in the state of Florida. It's going up top again. There he is. Still, he's a little bit off. Like I say, St. Augustine has done well over the last 20 or so years when Joey Wiles came in to turn the program around, especially with that series with Palaka. Palaka dominated the series, losing about 5 games from 77 up to 2000. Wiles came in and turned the series around. Now it's St. Augustine that dominates the series, and I lost a little respect for St. Augustine because I found out recently that they wanted to drop the series because they feel like it's a waste of their time to keep playing Palaka. Well, maybe it was a waste of Palaka's time to keep playing St. Augustine when they was dominating. So, kind of remind me of the Georgia Bulldogs in Florida. Florida dominated Georgia for so long, and starting with the Spurrier area. Now that they have Kirby Smart and he's dominating, they don't want to come to Jacksonville anymore. But, they've been saying that for years. So, it's not going to happen. St. Augustine's never going to drop Palaka. They just privileged people, when they have it their way, they think they ought to be able to do what they want, but you can't do it. Now, Palaka shows up tonight against Bradford County. They're going to give St. Augustine a pretty good game next week. I think the way to beat them is to run the football right at them. Keep that offense on the sideline. That's how you beat St. Augustine. Clay County, They're not doing that. They start out doing it, then they just forget the game plan. All right, 1st and 10, here we go. Now they run the football again. Caught through there pretty good that time. All right.
Gain of about 9, second and
Zoom in just a
1.
little bit. All right. Up about 9 yards on that run. All right, this is the second half, St. Augustine versus Clay County High School in Green Cove Springs, Florida. St. Augustine leads 28-9, early 3rd quarter. All right. Got straight up man-to-man coverage is what we got. Back keeper. He's just throwing the ball away. That should be a problem. He's not throwing to anybody.
3rd down and 1.
All right. I mentioned this before. I went to a game a couple of weeks ago in Nassau County. Home team had 3rd and inch. You come out 4 wide and threw it deep. Figure you got to play the waist, right? You come out 4th down and try to do the same thing. Quarterback scrambles, gets the 1st down, but the referee points the other way. The coach didn't even call for a measurement. So that's several bad calls by the coach in this very small amount of time. That's the kind of thing you see in high school football today. Now, they're in the backfield this time on 3rd and short. Let's see if they pull a Yulee. Call the timeout. Who called the timeout? All right, now the home team calls the timeout when the defense was scrambling. They got them spread sideline to sideline. Quarterback take a step back and go right up the middle. It's going to be wide open. But they call a timeout. All right. During the halftime, I heard some surprising scores. Fleming Island is ahead of Gainesville Buholt 7-6 at halftime. That is an upset in the making. Saw Fleming Island a couple of weeks ago. Mandarin beat them half to death. They showed up last week and lost a heartbreaker to Creekside by 1 point. It's like 49-48. Now they're showing up again this week against Buholt. Maybe they can pull this one out. And that team can score. Not so excited about their defense, but they can score. And if they're close, they can pull that game out. All right, so here we go. 3rd down and inch. Let's see if he comes out with that same formation. They got it back in the backfield this time. They got a trips right. Wide side of the field. All right, we're on the football. Stack them up. But he may have the 1st down though. Let's see.
No gain. 4th down and 1.
Oh boy. What are you gonna do, coach? I would line up under the center and run quarterback sneak. All you need is an inch. A couple inches there. I know it's risky on your end of the field, but you can't stop them, so what difference does it make? I don't think they have the guts to run a fake like Oregon did against Colorado, deep in their own territory. All right, last snap. You got it off. Fair catch. All right, it's right about the 45-yard line.
Play 45-yard line.
Had a little technical difficulties at halftime there. Had to reset my system to get things working right. I have no idea what kind of picture I had right at the end of the 1st half. But I do believe it was working. I just couldn't see it on my end. But I'll find out when I review the tape. Again, I'm a diverse kind of fellow. I may go live on any kind of sports program. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. Oh, that's fun. Right up the gut. He's gone. He is gone. Well, it's going to make it 34-9. 2 more touchdowns, and this one's over. Again, St. Augustine, their offense looks pretty sharp. They're going to make some noise in the playoffs. A lot of people view this team as the best in the Jacksonville area. Not so sure yet. I think Mandarin is a little bit more explosive, but they're not playing Mandarin this year. 1 for 2. They got a 2-point conversion, so that makes it 36-9. All right, 9:18 left in the first half. I think St. Augustine ready to pack it up and get on out of here. Everybody got the big Florida Georgia weekend, big parties playing. There'll be a massive crowd out there tomorrow, especially if it doesn't rain. Georgia, number 1 in the country. Big winning streak, dominating Florida the last 5 or 6 years. They look to do it again tomorrow. Florida, will they show up? I don't have any confidence. They can hang around for a while. Old Georgia is not what they used to be, despite their undefeated record. All right, 36-9, 9:18 left, third quarter. It's returnable. Piece of his ankle that time.
To the 33-yard line.
Sparse crowd on here tonight. First and 10, Clay County. Decent play.
Number 1, Titus to midfield. Yard is given up for a Blue Devil first down.
It's a good throw. They got to air it out now. They got to abandon the run. It's too late in the game. They hadn't slowed the other team down, so they got to do something. Score a touchdown, onside kick, no guesswork. Trips left. Just the formation. Run, son. Throwing it up for grabs. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but the quarterback, you come up to the line, act like they're going to snap the ball, then they look over to the sideline and coach calls the play. You should know from film study what the defense is going to do against certain formations. I think they're just wasting a lot of time trying to look like everybody else. Snap the football. You already know what you're going to run. You're wasting time. But again, everybody wants to be like everybody else. You're not fooling anybody with that. Maybe you can get them to jump off sometime. Hey, trips left. Rushing out of the backfield empty. To the back. Just not excited about that play. Here we go. All right, we got trips down here. Empty backfield. What's he gonna do? Decent play call.
First down.
They needed to move the chains in the first half. They need touchdowns now, not first downs. So I guess you got to start somewhere.
My favorite Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire said, I missed the part when I'm
Taking an awful lot of time in the huddle. First down, the ball looks to be on the 41-yard line. Oh, right on the 40. Play action. A bunch of kids running around in the picture here. This place is not high enough to avoid that. All right, second down. Trips again to the right.
I don't care. Real. Like,
Quarterback. The first time seeing St. Augustine in about 15 years. They look pretty good. Again, the program's come a long way. Late 90s, they weren't doing so good. Gotta give credit to Joey Wiles for turning that program around. Like an option play they're trying to run. I don't know why. All right, fourth down. No gain. All right, let's see what they do now. We ran a screen last time. I will go empty and run a quick slant. Make one guy miss, you might break it. They're going trips. Going empty formation. All the backs coming back. Okay. I don't see anything open. Don't see anything open. Again, nothing's open. Good coverage. Just by the way they lined up, they should have went empty to loosen that defense up some. They didn't do it. Okay, we got a water break timeout. Again, this time of the year it's not really necessary, but whatever. All right, so St. Augustine has first down on the 40-yard line. Will they take their eye out of the ball and try to get this thing over with a running clock? Here it comes. .36-9 road team. A water break on the field. Guess I have to do like the real announcers. Start talking about something to fill the air. I'm thinking that Florida might show up tomorrow. They're overdue. There'll certainly be a shot in the arm for Billy Napier's confidence, or at least the fan base confidence in him. I think the game will be competitive, but Georgia always find a way to win. So I don't think they're going to win a championship this year. All right, here we go. Got an up back. Okay, I see what they're running. Got a twin formation up high. Referee, let's go. What's the problem? The running clock, the play clock is probably not moving. All right, white hat's ready. Now we're ready. All right, here we go. One of the back is in the up back position. They'll run the football. I'll tell you. Oh. I might have missed that.
Jason McLeod on the stop. Gain of 7, second and 3.
All right. Yeah, a little up back versus number 25 there. Same formation. To the other side. They may run it to the right this time. They may run it to the right this time. They're going to run a little clock. No rush. He flips over here. They're just playing games right now. The pass going. All day to throw. He runs out of bounds.
Quarterback keeper.
They took, they got off the gas. They're just content to get out of here healthy. That's what they're trying to do. Go down in about a long 2. Run the football. And that's the same play that just bust. They're clearly the better football team.
Lions on the run. First down, St. Augustine.
All right. Speeding up a little bit. Run the football again. And they're just content to run the football. Working on some things for the playoffs. Again, St. Augustine is undefeated. I think they're 7-0 or 8-0. I know they're at least 7-0. Reaction. Wide open. Corner of the end zone. Wide open. That's going to make it 42-9. See if they kick the extra point this time. Can't stop the run. Play actions are going to be there. You can see 4:16 left in the third quarter. Road team up 42-9. They're going for 2. They're working on their 2-point plays. They're on the left hash here. We have the option to make that election. Okay.
2-point conversion, no good.
All right, so that puts the score at 33 points. 33-point difference. To get the running clock, it has to be 35. Before the fourth quarter, if you get 35-point lead, it's up to the losing team to elect if they want to do the running clock. But once it hits fourth quarter, the 35-point is automatic. All right. The cheerleaders got spirit, but not the football team. They're dead as a flat as a pancake over there. Look at them. They were jumping up and down earlier. Hey, St. Augustine is a pretty good football team. I'm not sure if they're the best in Jacksonville. A couple teams out there that give this team a good run. Mainland for one. Not Mainland, but Mandarin for one.
Tigers on the return on the 26-yard line.
I think if St. Augustine to stay healthy, they can make a good run in the playoffs. They might just make it to the championship round. But like most teams in this area, we've always had trouble with panhandle teams. So if they had to go to the panhandle, Milton, Pensacola, some points, Tallahassee teams, they've been good. It's always been difficult for North Florida teams to go in that panhandle. Time difference, long travel, it's a lot to consider. But it's really the difference between North Florida and South Florida. Before, if you were in Miami, if you're the best team in Miami, you won't have to leave the city once. But if you're the best team in Jacksonville, you're going to leave the city 2 or 3 times. That's the big difference. And that's not to say that South Florida win championships anyway, but you have to consider that. Now that you have neutral field, everybody doesn't have to take those long trips. You know, it used to be a time teams from Pensacola would have to go to Miami and vice versa. That's why those neutral site games came into play in the beginning. Road Warrior teams. Take Emmitt Smith when he was a sophomore. They won state that year. They went to Tallahassee in the first round. They went to Jacksonville, and they went down to Bradenton. 3 weeks in a row. There and back, you're talking a couple thousand miles on the bus. A lot of times those panhandle teams luck out. I've seen a lot of Pensacola teams play every game at home. Every game. All right, we got a timeout on the field. I don't see an injured player, so I don't know why there's a stoppage in the clock. Coach is coming out on the field, so I don't know what's going on here. Might be an issue with the player. Let me zoom in a little bit, see if I can catch something. Again, I don't see anything that's going on. I thought there was an official, but it wasn't. Official's over here talking to this coach. So I don't know if they're trying to get him to get the running clock or what. Again, I don't see any injured players on the field. This reminds me of last week in Jacksonville. Went to a game that started at 6:30. The final score was 27-26, but the game did not end until 10 o'clock. Why? Because of things like this. Things I can't explain. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I see now. There is an injured player on the field, and he's over here by the tent. That's why I couldn't see him. Okay, you have an injured player. And I don't know if look like they might be stretching him or something. I can't really tell. But that's what the delay is. So, referee going over to talk to the visiting side. I don't know if he's asking them, should we go running clock or what they want to do. This game started at 7 and it's just after 9 now, so a little over the 2-hour mark. Depending on the severity of this injury, they may stop the clock, stop the game. I don't see anything, no paramedics out there, so that's good. So besides the Florida-Georgia game, Jim Harbaugh and Michigan is in deep trouble up there. They're being accused of stealing signals. Now, anybody can sit in the stands and see what signals the other team are flashing and try to figure out what they're doing, but they're saying that Michigan is taking that to a different level. What they're doing, they are paying people to go to games out of town every week, put them on both sides of the field, and film those coaches and the signals that they're given. So by the time that you play this team in advance, you'll have not only their film and what they like to do, but the signals that the coaches are given. If they're actually doing that and got caught doing it, that is a major violation. You know, that's the same kind of thing that Bill Belichick was accused of doing. You know, he got a slap on the wrist, but Harbaugh and all the things they're doing up there, they're going to start looking at him sideways after a while. We keep on being in the news for these little NCAA infractions. But believe you me, if he is doing it, you can best believe that somebody else is doing the same thing. He's not the only one. But you wonder how some teams are able to slow others down when other teams can't. It's because of things like that. All right. The only thing about high school football or football in general, you have a nice flow to the game and somebody gets hurt and they'll be out for a while. So it's a little bit more serious than we would like. But hopefully the kid is able to get up. Oh man. Again, this is what it was like last week during the game. Kept stopping. Quarterback kept running out of bounds, kept getting incomplete passes. And next thing you know, 6:30 turned into 10 o'clock.
What would a boy like him want? She said, what would a boy like him want?
I don't know what that is.
Now, me and Spencer known our whole lives. We played 7 minutes. I haven't been up
I'm waiting. All right. Somebody just asked me, what am I doing? Well, I'm talking. While we have an injured player on the field, this is a football game that I am recording. That's what I'm doing. Thought it was obvious, but what else would you like to know? I can't turn it off, and I'm not going to turn it off. So if you don't want to watch, don't watch. I'm just waiting for the game to start just like everybody else. But we have an injured player. He's been out for about 5 minutes now. Hopefully it's not serious. That's what's going on. I don't know if we're waiting for a... Okay, I see the... looks like there's an ambulance with its lights on. So the kid may have a serious injury here. Hopefully not too serious. Of course, I'm not going to show that. Whatever it is.
It just sounds so... Like, who's going to say that? Like, it's a bitch.
So I'm just going to hold it here a few more minutes just to see what's going to take place here. And again, there's an injured player on the field. And it appears to be from the home side. It would just be pure speculation for me to guess what may be going on. I see that there's a ambulance outside the gate. There's an ambulance outside the gate. And I would have thought that it would have come in by now. Lights been on for about 2 minutes now. Now I'm hearing sirens in the background outside the stadium, but hopefully that's some highway patrolman chasing somebody. So again, we got a delay in the action here. So it looked like some parents they were on the sideline trying to see what was going on. So again, hopefully it's not too serious. And these sirens in the background, I hope they're not coming here. So again, St. Augustine is up 42-9 with 4:08 left in the third quarter. The sirens are getting loud, so they might be coming in.
Oh my god, every
You talking to me? I'm not listening to you. Someone talking to me.
Okay, that siren was an ambulance coming in.
You have been.
Went all the way around the stadium to come up the back. He didn't have to do that. That's what he did. But anyway, shouldn't be longer now. If he just got an arm or a leg issue, shouldn't take him long to get off the field. But if he has to be stabilized, and that's a completely different situation. All the players on the knee, which is customary when somebody gets injured. Same thing on the other sideline. All right. Ambulance coming in. Ambulance about to roll the stretcher out. And he got the stretcher out now. Again, I'm just telling you what I see. I'm not going to show you any pictures of the injury. Player's been on the field about 10 minutes now. Roll the stretcher out. This game's not going to last much longer. anybody out there, there's an injury on the field. Player's been out there for about 13, 14 minutes now. Ambulance pulled up about 5 minutes ago. They got the stretcher out. Look like they're trying to get the player on the stretcher. But again, I have no way of knowing. I have no idea of knowing what is the issue. So who is, what's that? Little Chiefs? I think that's what that says. How are you? Over here watching St. Augustine High School. They're a pretty good football team. They should make some noise in the state playoffs. They got a potent offense. You can't move the ball on their defense though. So a good running team is going to give this team a scare in the playoffs.
Mom said she was on her way to come back.
Both teams on the knee. Wait for the game to resume. Again, this is St. Augustine High School. My school's rival. They're going to play next week. Second oldest continuous rival in the state of Florida. Got to give St. Augustine credit for the program they built over the last 20 or so years. But I tell you what, I lost a little respect for them when I found out they tried to drop the series because they're dominating it right now. But before they were dominating, they were getting dominated. And that's how rivalries go. You dominate your rival, they get strong enough, and they start dominating you, and you go back and forth. So my school's got to stand up and meet the challenge. You're going to get a chance next week. Right now, they're 7-1. They're playing against another great team tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If they can win tonight, go to St.
Number
Augustine
one,
next week. It's going to be a pretty
wide
good football
receiver.
game.
Peyton Dykes.
Okay. They're putting the guy in the ambulance. He's sitting up. It appears that he's sitting up, so he's probably got a leg or arm issue. Hopefully the kid's all right. Well, it's 4:08 left in the third quarter. We're 2 points away from the running clock. St. Augustine, every bit is advertised. But as far as the best team in Jacksonville, as they say, I don't know if I'm ready to give that to them yet. Now, Boston Trail is the best team before tonight I've seen. And they're going to play Mandarin. I think they're better than Mandarin. And we're going to find that out next week. But they've been kind of struggling lately. Every team they've lost to have an undefeated mark. So if they can knock off Mandarin, that should catapult them into the playoffs. But St. Augustine has already punched their ticket. So again, 42-9. All right, they're announcing over the intercom that they're going to have a 3-minute warm-up before the players to get loose.
There will be a 2-minute warm-up.
They said 3 minutes, now it's 2 minutes.
Warm-up. The coaches have agreed that the remainder of the game will be a running clock.
Okay, just like I thought.
Will be a running clock.
They're going to go to a running clock for the rest of the game. 2 points before customary. Why not? You don't want to get anybody hurt, and that's what you don't want to see, the ambulance coming on the track to pick up a player. So this game is going to be over pretty quick.
I don't know what to say. You don't say anything. Oh, that's not.
Both teams getting re-warmed up. I don't think it's going to be any more scoring, but what you are going to see is a bunch of backup players. So, again, I am a diverse platform. I'm into all kinds of sports. I'm going to go live. I'm going to do some commentary. I'm going to show you some videos. If this is what you like, subscribe. Sports for real. Again, it's the first time I've seen St. Augustine in about 15 years.
Scoreboard update in the fourth quarter. Orange Park 41, Middleburg 22.
That's an upset.
We have all the blonde, like dark orange. I used to wear
This guy's calling out Clay County scores.
Fourth quarter, Bloomington 13. Hazel Eagle 13.
13-13. I started to go to that game, but I thought it was going to be a blowout. So I figured this would be a better opportunity to see some good football. But I probably guessed wrong. The Lambs coming through. Both teams getting warmed up. Got a running clock the rest of the game.
Barton Trail 14.
Barton Trail falling apart. After I pronounced them the best team I'm seeing so far.
29, Joshua Christian 8 in the fourth quarter.
The one proposal that they have in the state of Florida is to have open divisions.
Final from Columbia 49.
You know, they have a division where you have the best teams, regardless of class, play in the playoffs that you cannot opt out from. So if you're one of the best teams and you get picked in that 32, you're going to have to go play in that tournament as opposed to your normal bracket. I think that's good because you got a lot of small teams beating teams 3-4 times their size. How does that happen? Something's not right. But it happens.
Pass complete to Randy Chadwick.
So it's a good chance that open division will pass.
About 5 seconds.
Make for an interesting playoff. But again, you can see the turnouts of the crowds these days. Saw it last week during homecoming when you had, but if you take the fans from both sides of the field, you wouldn't have filled up half the stadium last week. And that was a homecoming game. Unless you're an undefeated team, I don't think nobody really cares anymore. You got too many other things to worry about. If you go to Georgia or Texas, or someplace like that, you're going to see a different story.
First down, Blue Devils.
Florida definitely has the athlete, but the way they conduct the management over these schools, as far as I'm concerned, is suspect. They're always changing, and they come up with something crazy. Just imagine, say Georgia, they had the regions, but you didn't have to play anybody in your region. How are you going to determine who the region champion is if they don't have to play anybody in the region? And that's what they're talking about doing here in this state. That was a dangerous pass. So again, the clock's gonna run regardless. Except for the end of the third quarter, it'll stop. And after that, if there's a timeout, which I don't see the purpose of a timeout, they're just gonna run right out. So in about 20 minutes, this game should be over with. You got 4 wide. Pushing out of the backfield to empty.
Ian Addison on the carry. Yardage good enough for a
Somebody-
Blue Devil first down.
Somebody elusive to run that play. I think it might work better if you're running to the other side, away from the power of the formation. They just overmatched tonight. St. Augustine took their foot off the gas a little bit. But the plays they scored on, they had no choice but to score because they were wide open. To the sideline again. There's no imagination in this offense.
Keeps battle on the back.
Get one more play before the end of the quarter. I made mention of that long game last week. You know, they made sweeping changes with the clock in college football. And used to stop when you got a first down. And now they will do that only after when there's 2 minutes left in the half. They need to do something like that in high school. I see they implemented the 40-second clock. That helps. But all the passing that they do now, and quarterbacks running out of bounds like they see in the pros, the clock keeps stopping. And that's how you get these marathon games. I haven't been to a game this year that has ended before 2.5 hours. That's too long. Last week, like I say, it was 3.5 hours in a low-scoring game. Take, for instance, Creekside and Fleming Island last week. That was a 49-48 score, and that didn't last 3.5 hours. But if you think about it, when I played high school football, we kicked off at 8 o'clock. So they changed that to 7:30. Then you got some counties like in Jacksonville, they have to play at 6:30, the public schools. That helps with the deep into the night games. But just imagine the game that went 3.5 hours if that started at 8 o'clock. Yeah, almost midnight by the time we got out of there. Well, that's one positive change. But I do think they should go back to the way it was when I played. We didn't start school until after Labor Day. And the season didn't start till like mid-September. Starting that late enabled you to miss all those thunderstorm cancellations that they're getting now. I think it makes a difference. They should go back to starting the season a little bit later and try to start at the end of August. Push it back a couple weeks. Because all in all, first round of the playoffs used to start the week of Thanksgiving. I think it should go back to that. And if you're going to create all these divisions, there's no reason why you can't have 4 rounds in the playoffs, have your championship game the same weekend that everybody gets out for Christmas. Worked out well then, why can't it work out like that now? That's just what I think. But something definitely has to be done about these long games. All right, we got 6 left down here. All right. I like it when the clock moves like this. Now again, when I played, we didn't have a running clock. With a whipping like this, you had to take it. You had to take it. All right, looks like we got a backup quarterback in. That's a good thing. Like
play, just on the flow to stop.
I'm just going to run the football. Run the football. Play never changed the defense. It's still in the same look. Opportunities all over the place. He's running the football with backups. Can't fault the backup for trying to score.
Anderson on the run, first down, St. Augustine.
On the 11-yard line, first down, so they can't get a first down before they get into the end zone. All right, they just run the clock.
Tell her the joke.
Just run it right at the gut, no guesswork. So the score is 42-9. St. Augustine. Both coaches, after the injury, agreed to a running clock. Normally, a running clock is triggered when the team is up by 35 points, automatically at the start of the fourth quarter, at the coach's request before then. He is running hard. It's third down.
Third down and 5.
I hope they don't throw any passes.
About the 7.
That's in front of me no matter what.
Hey, do you know oh, no.
Third down. All right, so it's going to be fourth down and about a yard.
Looks like you'll be short. It'll be fourth down.
Again, they can get a first down before they score. So there's not going to be any more passes in there. The good thing about this stadium, you can see the play clock. It's going to have the first down. It's going to have the first down, but not the touchdown. Okay.
Oh, I gotta fucking.
First down yardage.
All right, first and goal. We're going to sit here and wait for 20 seconds before he snaps the ball, which is honorable. All right, quarterback sneak. I'm sorry, that was the up back, not the quarterback. I missed that one. They just ran the same two plays. Power left, power right. So that touchdown makes it 48-9. Complete domination. That's 2 weeks in a row they scored over 45. The question is, will they have those points when they need it the most? Next week is a rival. You want to score 50 to beat your rival, but you're going to need some points in the playoffs. And that starts in 2 weeks.
I think it's good.
Right. That's a problem. Okay, you got a water timeout. That's the only time the clock is going to start. So again, this is Florida-Georgia weekend. We'll be kicking off in Georgia. Kicking off in Jacksonville tomorrow at 3:30. Georgia ranked number 1 and won over 30 straight games.
They've done an awesome job tonight.
Their schedule is not the strongest, so they can cruise on into the SEC championship game. But they're probably going to run up against Alabama again. It's going to come down to Alabama and LSU. But I don't think LSU is going to beat Alabama this year. They survived last year, but I don't think they're going to get by them this year. So it's going to be Alabama and Georgia, more than likely. Unless Florida can shock the world. Florida only has one conference loss. They lost to Kentucky. So if Florida went out, they'll be in the SEC championship game, regardless of what Georgia does. But I don't think Florida's ready to do that yet. But I do think they'll show up and make it interesting for a while. I don't know if they can pull it off, but we'll see. Always a great atmosphere at the Florida-Georgia game. Tailgating, RV City. Two schools don't like each other, but the fans love each other. They have a good time. Ever get a chance, go check it out. Son, this Clay County kickoff return has been killing me all night. Yeah, one decent return.
17-yard line. First down, Blue Devils.
All right.
Scoreboard update.
Everybody got about
Midway through the fourth quarter.
6 or 7 plays left before it's over.
25.
They Barton Trail. They were losing by 2.5 scores. Now they tied the game up.
Yeah, they're trying to make me.
Very explosive team.
After the play. Unfortunate conduct.
I've seen Mandarin. I've seen Barton Trail. Now I'm seeing St. Augustine. St. Augustine is said to be the best team in Jacksonville. I'm not so sure about that. They will have a problem with Mandarin. But we'll see how Mandarin stacks up with Barton Trail next week. It'll be a big game. Either way, Mandarin and St. Augustine should make some noise in the playoffs. Speaking of Mandarin, they won state a couple of years ago with Georgia's current quarterback, Beck. So this is the first time Georgia ever had a quarterback from Jacksonville. Well, first time he ever started the Florida-Georgia game from Jacksonville.
4, second 6.
Of course, Alabama quarterback, Mac Jones, who plays for the Patriots now, he's from Jacksonville. So they've had quarterbacks, just not starting for the Bulldogs. So let's see how he does. He might be a little nervous starting the game out. I think Florida's going to have some opportunities. How long can they stay in the game is the question. They can't afford to make any mistakes. And I like to see somebody before the year is over with cover Bowers. Bowers killing everybody. Maybe he's just that good. I don't know. It's like Travis Kelce.
Ian Addison. Yardage good enough for
Bowers run free.
First down.
We're going to have to control Bowers tomorrow. We're going to have to run the football. When Beck drop back the pass, we're going to have to put some pressure on him. That's what they're going to have to do. But everything runs through Bowers. My focal point against Georgia will be stopping Bowers. That's the man. Why he didn't go pro, I don't know. But definitely going pro after this year. All right.
Catch is made by number 3, DJ Swilly. Yardage good enough for a Blue Devil first down.
Almost over. Bucket toss.
Ian Addison on the carry. Gain of 5, second and 5.
All right. 2 minutes left in the game.
I don't want to wait right now. We have to
Ball is tipped incomplete. Third down 5.
All right. I'll get about 3 more plays.
Late third quarter, Fluent Island 21. Gains with U-Holtz 13.
Buell's about to get knocked off. What's about to happen?
Update Barton Trail 42. Oakley 35.
Barton Trails got hot. They were down by a couple scores. Now they've come back and taking the lead. Big game next week. Maybe they got caught looking ahead. 1:15 left in the game. Running clock. The score 49-9 visitors. Oh, they popped right through. Thought he was going to pop that one, but he didn't.
Run by Ian Addison, good enough for a Blue Devil first down.
Maybe we got 2 plays left. Another minute to go. St. Augustine going home next week to take on their longtime rival, Malacca. Clay County, I'm not sure who they're playing next week. But their rival is Orange Park.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Ian Addison, good enough for a Blue Devil first down.
We got 1 play left. You may get it off. 15 seconds left. 49-9. We're in the game. Trips right. Roll. Go to the end zone, son. There's the ball game. St. Augustine goes west. Knocks off the home team. Clay County High School, 49-9. They're in prime position to go through the season undefeated. Look for St. Augustine to make some noise in the playoffs. Again, this is Sports for Real with Coach Hall. You like what you see? You like this kind of content? Got plenty of highlights for you. Got plenty of commentary. Lots more coming in the future. So if you like this kind of content, subscribe. Sports for Real. Until next time, we out.